Celtic progress into the next round of the Scottish Cup, but was it that simple as we dive into the murky waters because there's sharks floating about? Well, not really, because Celtic fans, some are actually quite pissed off and some are relatively happy with the result. So we'll dive into this. Celtic 2, Killie 1. A lot of people are unhappy at the fact that they missed so many chances. Kyogo, Hatate, those kind of guys are getting buried for the amount of missed chances. There was a lot, but you know what? Sometimes you just win games of football and you should be happy, no? Well, let's see what the comments on Twitter had to say. Paddy says, yes lads. Tamiro Siri says, we need to sign a striker who can score with all these chances. The game should have been won in the first half, but for free goal scoring missed. So, yeah, I mean, Kyogo missed 2 one-on-ones, Hatate missed. I mean, the first half miss from Hatate, man, was absolutely abysmal. 6 yards out and he somehow, skied it. Nowhere near, by the way. It's not like it hit the bar and went out. Or the underside and bounced out or something. I mean, it was just nowhere near. You need to be scoring them. And you know what? We've been critical of Engels on this channel, but he could have walked away with a boatload of assists today. EM says, dreadful, lucky we're well clear in the league. Only signing Kieran Tierney won't turn us into a decent team. Hatate, Kyogo, Taylor, Scales, Trusty, etc. all need moved on. Taking Engels off was criminal. A new manager in the summer would be good as well. Team looked completely demotivated. Grim. Well, you know, some people would go into our comments and say, oh, you guys are making that up. No Celtic fans being that negative. Well, I mean, the proof's in the pudding here. I mean, this guy's literally said that he would sell Hatate, he would sell Kyogo, he would sell Taylor, he would sell Scales, he would sell Trusty. They all need moved on. I mean, let's go through the 5, shall we? Right, so Hatate, you know what? On his day, he was probably the best player in this league, but this season's been pretty poor. And, you know, the miss today shouldn't, you know, sum up his entire Celtic career, because he's had a great Celtic career, but I think he's one of those guys that if you got a fee for him, you would accept. Kyogo, I mean, we literally spent the past couple of days talking about how the fact that Celtic cannot afford to get rid of Kyogo, but saying that, he is missing a boatload of chances. He is. There's no getting away with it, but at least he brings something. I cannot believe that this EM guy is not suggesting about selling Adam Adair. Now, maybe he thinks they're not going to be able to recoup that $9.5 million that they hit the bottom for. As for Taylor, well, he's out of contract. I think he will be away. And Scales and Trusty, I mean, you just literally signed Trusty and Liam Scales. I think it's a bit hot. Honestly, fuck football. Defenders of Liam Scales. He gets so much abuse, doesn't he? Jay says Adam Adair is just an awful player. No movement, no anticipation. It's crazy to think he is a footballer. Well, again, I mean, some people thought it was a myth that people were saying this, but here you go. Adam Adair is shite, and everyone thinks it. Well, I'll say everyone, not everyone thinks it, but, you know, Adam Adair, $9.5 million, really should be doing better at Celtic. You know what, today wasn't one of his worst games for the club. I mean, how many minutes did he have? I believe it was 552 for a goal. Obviously, he's added to that today, but he should have got an assist. Kuhn messed up. Or you could say O'Hara did a pretty good save. One or the other. Mike Harron says, please do not make this all about the result. We are terrible at the minute. Just not as terrible as the McKinn's mob. This back to the goalie stuff sucks the life at the stadium. Dire. I tell you what, right? Some Celtic fans don't know how lucky they've got it. Like, I know, you know, a 2-1 win against Killie, right? It's not the holy grail, but they should have won by more, just didn't take their chances. They won the League Cup, they're doing great in the Champions League, they're literally a win away for, you know, getting into the next round. The league's wrapped up, and they're through to the next round of this. See this whole dire... Celtic haven't been that good, right? They've been underwhelmed since the Leipzig game. But to whip out words like dire and angry-faced emojis, it is fucking borderline ridiculous, right? Well, it's crazy talk is what it is. You know, dire and the free angry-faced emojis is what I should be using when I'm describing Rangers, because we're shite. That's what I should be using, not this. Richie Kelly says, some of these comments are wild. 8-0 win every game, or it's just full of complaints and negativity. Why can never just be happy? Never look like losing that match at any point tonight. I don't know if I'd go that far. I mean, Killie at 1-1 had some half decent chances. I mean, you can say never looked like losing that match, but I mean, Killie were out right till the end, till the referee blew his whistle 40 seconds early. Anyway, Jason says, watching Celtic just now frustrates the life out of me. We are capable of sorting much better in every department. We are getting away with it because we play in a poor league. We should strive for better because we are better. Some green play, just need to be more clinical. Kyogo overrate it. 3 points and move on to the next one. So, I mean, there's a lot of... I mean, I just think the we are terrible is a fucking... I mean, come on. Come on, guys. Come on. Flying Holmes says into the fourth round. Kuhnskill, Dyson, lovely finish the end. Tell you what, if Celtic... If Kuhn and Maida both picked up injuries, man, you'd be worried because those two were a cut above. Should have been a lot more confident than it was. We must have missed 7 or 8 clear goal-scoring opportunities. I agree. Kuhn and Maida combined have 49 goals assists this season. Just let that sink in. Let that sink in. Tap include it. I mean, I tell you what, without them, man, they would... I mean, 50 goals and assists, man. That's just an insane amount. Should have had a barrel load. Maybe saving our shooting boots for midweek. That's what Celtic fans will be hoping for, of course, as they take on young boys. The majority of that wasn't good enough. Should have easily had over 5 goals. Needed better on Wednesday. Well, I mean, I think most people would agree with that. I mean, we can debate in the review whether young boys are the shittest team in Scotland or the greatest team. But I think they will be better than Killie. They will probably fuse Celtic Park as... I mean, there's only 2 games left, isn't there? So they will be viewing it as one of the last opportunities to actually pick up points in it. Extra finishing training required, pretty pathetic at times. Robert Johnson, a defence that was once watertight, is now gifting goals left, right and centre. Should have been a comfortable, but we move on. Don't play like that again, please. Haha. Yo, I watched the game, right? Celtic were pretty good, just didn't take their chances. See this? We were terrible and dire pish. No. They were terrible and dire against Dundee, especially the second half. Like the first the first half an hour against Dundee, it was good, but for like 60 minutes against Dundee, I would almost label that as dire because they were getting absolutely bullied off the pitch. But see that against Killie, man, that's no dire. But I'll probably be labelled a bitter Hun for saying that. Norrie Sinclair says that was way harder than it should have been. Created plenty of really good chances. Need to start burying teams in the hat for the next round, which is the main thing. And that is where we are going to end it. I mean, there's a lot more comments, folks, but you know what? They're in the hat for the next round, and that is pretty much the gist of it. That's what you want to be doing. And in terms of other teams, well, I mean, obviously there's been no real big upsets. Levy put out Ross County, but I mean, again, that was one of the games that were up in the air, I guess, between a team in the top division, the Championship, as for St Johnstone beating Motherwell. We kind of did hint at the fact here. I wouldn't really be surprised if St Johnstone finally picked up a win, but it came in the cup, and that's exactly what they did. Obviously, 3 more games to go. Premier Sports have got 2 more. Raith Falkirk, Dundee Derby, BBC Scotland, Scott Rangers, Fraserburgh. There'll be 3 reviews in the next couple of days, and then we'll do the review show. Can't beat a weekend of Scottish Cup action, that's for sure. Anyway, till then, peace.